This is Sports.com. Hi, I'm Josh Rosenwald. This is a tech update here to talk to you about the iPad 2. This is the old original iPad 1. Now in our control room, our own Michael Artis is Skyping in via his iPad 2. Mike.
That's right, Josh. I'm using the 3G Verizon network, which you see is still pretty strong even in a low coverage area, and I'm burning up those megabytes pretty good, like a shuttle taking off from the launching pad. Now, I'm in the control room here live at the world headquarters of Sports.com in New York City, just above Radio City. We can hear the hail hitting the windows, and I'll tell you something, this iPad 2 is amazing. It's a marked update from the iPad 1, which was my favorite gadget of 2010 and possibly my favorite gadget of all time. Now it's got the front and back facing cameras, so you can do video chats like this one via Skype on the 3G network, and you can do FaceTime, only available on the Wi-Fi. It's got a lot of other great features. You can edit on it with iMovie. You can make songs and voiceovers with GarageBand. And in addition to that, it's got this great stand, which you can see when the guys take camera 5 in the control room. You can see the stand. Now, the only problem I have with this stand is that it doesn't protect the back when you lay it flat, because that also becomes a screen protector. Yes.
Mike, I'm looking for my camera, and I wanted to Skype with you, but it's not here. Where do
Well, that's because you got a defective unit. You didn't get the right unit. I will tell you that the iPad 2 is also a lot faster than the iPad 1. That's due to the dual core processors instead of one, and they're A5 instead of A4 processors. The iPad 2 makes browsing the internet a lot faster, even though it's on the same 3G network, because of the dual processors. It's able to process.
Because I've been looking for Sports.com for the past 3 weeks, and I figured you guys didn't have a site, but I understand it's my iPad, it's that browser. So you're saying if I use the iPad 2 and go to Sports.com, it'll actually load. All right, you know what? I'm going to get me an iPad 2.
I think you need an iPad 2, but I will tell you also need to get that website up. I know you're working hard to build that yourself. A lot of X's, a lot of O's. If you could do it a little bit faster, I know the crew here would really appreciate it.
Whether it's hammers, it's nails, we use water bottles, we use old iPads, iPhones. I mean, we'll take the glass off the table, anything to get that site up and running, but it will be up and running March 28th.
Well, I'm excited about that. I know everybody else is. I know we've been producing some really great content, including the behind the scenes with Jim Jones. You got the real behind the scenes. What'd you think of that? By the way, I appreciate you having Adam shoot my bald spot. It's really nice. You're not supposed to shoot bald spots or fat women's behinds on television. Just a lesson you should always remember.
If you want to get Rogaine as a sponsor, sometimes you just got to show them that men don't grow hair. So Rogaine is a shout out to you. Anytime you want to sponsor Mike's head, we'll do Talking Heads with Mike, and brought to you by Rogaine.
So what did you think of being behind the scenes with Jim Jones? You got to see the real deal as we shot that. What did you think of the set and Jim himself?
It was extremely cool. I think most people in their lives wish they could be at a video shoot like that. It's not really what you'd expect. I think people think there'd be, maybe a little bit more organized or a lot less going on. It seems like they just shot a couple things, put it together, and made a video. It turned out to be a pretty cool video. But what I will say, on our much smaller budget, which our much better crew, we had an outstanding behind-the-scenes video look using our DSLR, which is a camera at about 1,000th the cost of the camera they used. But other than that, chilling with Jim Jones was really cool. A great guy, from humble beginnings, and really dedicated his song to something meaningful, which was nice. We hope it's a hit. I've been listening to Z100. I haven't heard it yet. I'll go to 92.3 now. I'm going to switch back and forth the radio stations until I either crash or his song comes on.
Well, I think that's a good plan. And if people want to see our behind-the-scenes video, they can go to youtube.com/SportsTV. That's SPORTCE, Sport Content and Entertainment. That's Sports TV. So it's youtube.com/SportsTV. And March 28th, you'll be able to watch it on our site, along with all our other shows. Peter Schwartz coming up with his debut next week. And we've got a daily show going here starting next week, 2 hours a day, 1 to 3 p.m. with Darrell Reed and myself. Are you excited for that show, Josh? I know I am.
Mike, I don't even know what camera to look at. I'm at camera 1, but, I'm excited for all of our shows. I mean, the Daily Show is going to be unbelievable. Schwartz on Sports is already starting to pick up in popularity. Greg Dorman's racing show, it's got a couple thousand views, and he's only been on for a couple of weeks. You know, we're going to put together some of these modeling shows. We got a bunch of great shows coming our way. Our baseball show is only going to get better as the season starts. And, you know, as our lineup expands, we hope our audience does as well. You know, again, this segment was just to tell you about our iPad 2. We appreciate you watching. For Michael Artis, I'm Josh Rosenwald. Thank you for watching Sports.com.